He's at least getting his pieces out. Oh! Oh my god, he mated me.
There, I saw it at the end.
Oh god. Okay. Let's jump right into the technique exercise. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to challenge you to a game of 2 minutes. At first, we're going to start that way. 2 minutes for both of us.
Okay.
I'm going to dictate to you the first 3 or 4 moves to make in order for you to reach the position up material. If that, like we used to do with the queen odds, except I'll also give up both of my rooks at first. And then from there, you'll start playing. So this will take us like 15, 20 seconds. So you'll have about a minute and a half once the real game starts.
Okay.
Are you ready? Buckle up, because I know this is going to be torturous at first, but I think this is going to actually help quite a bit. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, for me, of course.
It works for you.
Like watching you freaking.
Well, yeah, you're gonna pop off with just like a fucking row of pawns or something and take every piece or some shit.
God forbid an exercise that's fun for you. I mean, Jesus, why would I ever do that? Okay, so I just challenged you. All right, folks, here we go. Say your prayers.
Where do the challenges go again?
It's in the play button. If you click play up on your top, yeah. And some idiot I see has challenged you. Okay, so go knight f6, knight f6. Take the queen. Go d6. Take my rook. Go bishop e6. Take my rook and begin the game.
Okay.
Good luck. Here come the pawns, bitch.
Right, I forgot I'm on a time limit. Okay.
Oh, yeah. One thing I'll say preliminarily, and then I'll shut up and let you focus. If you lose a piece, for example, remember, you're up so many pieces. Don't get broken up over that. Try to keep the pace, and if you're losing a piece, try to sacrifice it for as much as possible.
Okay, that sounds good.
Sexy. Sexy. Actually doesn't do anything, but I can at least say that I was haunted against Turbo Fisto.
Yes, yes. That is pretty prestigious.
Oh, extremely. The greatest honor. You know what else is the greatest honor?
I just saw that fork. Yeah, fuck. I'm playing too fast.
Again, follow my advice.
Yeah.
Don't panic. Yeah, so you're good. You're good. Okay, now I'll shut up.
Oh, fuck.
Shoot! Oh my god, I didn't.
Oh, thank God.
I thought you would play Queen G1. Oh, you lucky little. Okay, now you win this.
It's called outplaying, Daniel.
Focus.
You wouldn't understand it. You're
I know.
Low. You just wouldn't get it.
If you lose this game on time, you are going to know pain.
I can assure you, I most likely will be losing on time. Oh, come on, baby.
Only 2
Yeah.
moves away from checkmate. He had checkmate in 1 move, believe it or not.
From that
So
position?
we don't need to go into an analysis board because you actually did everything very well. And this was better than I expected, actually. So navigate over to move 22 after your brilliant queen f1 check. Which is going to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame of chess moves.
I gotta tell you, it fooled the
eternity.
GM.
It did. In my wildest dreams, I could not imagine. So black to move in this position.
Oh, it's just going right here, right?
I'm just not looking at the analysis. So are you saying, yeah, exactly, Queenie 1. So this was mate. And sort of the one thing that you want to focus on here, other than, you applied the sort of advice while you didn't get broken up over any pieces and you continued playing well. As soon as you open up the position, you start looking for checkmate. Don't tunnel vision free pieces because you already have a lot of them. You don't need to take freaking more pieces. You have extra entire kingdom. So you need to kind of keep your eyes peeled out for checkmate. Okay?
Yeah,
Now let's do that again. Yeah, no, I didn't purposely not take the queen. I pre-moved king d2, basically. Yeah, you'll have to go to play again to accept the challenge.
Oh, back through the menu.
Believe it or not, it's in the same place that it was. Okay, e4. Knight f3. Take. Knight back to f3. Take the rook. Go back to f1 with the bishop. Okay, go back to g1 with the knight. Take the rook. Okay, start playing. Okay, I muted myself in the call, so I can actually do that. The sad thing is he's up 2 rooks, and this is a legitimate strategy. You can give up your queen to basically get rid of all my pieces, but he didn't do it intentionally, which basically makes it null and void. This is going to be a painful exercise, but it is what we need to do. He has to start following his instinct. There's no other way. And he's playing well right now. He's got a minute. He's actually, look at how fast he's actually playing. And he's playing very decent moves. So he has it in him. He just needs to get it together. F4, F5. Now he's got to be aggressive. Let's see if he does it. Let's see if he does it. Taking his time. Okay, F4, bishop G4. Move the rook. Okay, I'm going to block it. I'm going to try to make it as difficult as possible for him to make progress. And, okay, I can't go H4. I can try to intimidate him. He can even sacrifice bishop d1. Oh no, that blunders the pawn. He's up 2 rooks. Just g4. 1. Yep, good move. Okay, everybody, let's pray. Okay, he wants to go here. I'm gonna run with my king. Run with my king. Go rook b8 and threaten checkmate. Thank you, Z-Cons. Z-Cons. I recognize that name somewhere. Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate the 2-1. Thank you guys for all the support. You're amazing. Okay, this is unrated. Oh, and he blunders a rook. Okay, he's still completely winning. Maybe he actually sacrificed it. E6 here wins. Okay, good. Wow. I'm telling you, he's got the instinct. Yeah, from CS. Oh, I know who you are. Oh my god. Can I don't want to say dox your first name, but I know who you are. Wow. Small world. High school buzz. Okay, Charlie's going to lose on time. Charlie is going to lose on time. And that's okay. We're going to do this until he starts winning. I don't care if we do this until 4 a.m. We're going to do this until he starts freaking winning. He can make a draw by perpetual. Oh, Sacramento. No. Okay. I told you this was going to be torture.
Yeah, I had an
Now-
idea. It just didn't work like I thought it would.
Did you sack the queen? Did you like give it up deliberately?
No, well, I thought I could do a legals move or something, but I think it was more just a time thing and not looking properly.
So, funnily
I sacked
enough,
the rook on purpose at E1 though.
funnily enough, you are playing too fast in the opening and then too slowly at the end of the game. You can take a little bit of time in the opening and look at. We don't have to do an analysis board. Look at the position after move 13, knight d4. Because you're up so many pieces, all you have to do is simplify. You don't care about pawn structure. I don't have a queen to deliver checkmate with. So how can you basically force a trade of as many pieces as possible, either the knight on d4 or the bishop on c5? What would be the best way to do that?
I'm just going to the outpost at D5 with
Possible, absolutely. Or developing the bishop to e3. You see, that would basically, you would either take the knight with the bishop, or I would take your knight with my knight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would trade another pair of pieces.
Okay.
That's sort of the chief strategy. The other thing is, so I would not have sacrificed that other rook. I mean, you can just move it to like move 33, goes to move 33. Move 33, you could just play rook to c1. The only reason you would sacrifice in these odds games is for vast simplification. Did you think you could deliver checkmate, or did you think you could promote the pawn?
I was going for a checkmate. I wanted to, yeah. I kind of got into the position I had in my head towards the end there, but it just didn't work.
So the best way to go for checkmate would be to actually keep pieces alive in order to checkmate with, which is a mind-boggling concept. But you're doing
Sounds
fine.
silly.
Actually, you're playing fast. We can cut the torture as soon as you want, but I think this is actually very helpful. Are you okay? Are you traumatized to the point where you can't continue, or can you?
No, man.
Can you keep
Yeah.
biting the bullet here? Okay, I believe.
One back.
Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you, tell you the moves, and then same drill basically. Okay, knight f6. Take my queen. d6. Take the rook. Bishop e6. Take my rook. Start playing. All right, I'll mute myself. So obviously I have a couple extra moves, which complete moot point because he's up a million pieces. He's already gotten off to a great start. Lost the bishop already. Great. Okay. But the thing is, like, he's up so many pieces that even taking one of my pawns is... Fianchet would be good. Oh, God. Oh, God. Train, thanks for the sub, man. Okay, he's given 2 pieces up. He's still completely winning. But he is... Okay, he just needs to develop. He's still... The problem is played too fast in the opening. He has still played too fast in the opening. Now he starts to think, but he's already blundered his pieces. I'm going to try some legals, mate business. I'm actually going to try to checkmate him. Okay, he's giving everything up. He's tilting here. I was actually close there. Oh, my lands. He just lost. Okay, that was terrible. So, you know what I just brought?
What?
I own 2 of these items. It's a thing that you like put on your pants to tighten them up. I'm holding it up right now.
Okay.
And I'm waving it around. It's called a belt.
Ah, yeah, no, that sounds about right. Just run it back. Let's forget that one happened.
Okay, I like it.
Let's just wipe that one from the.
Okay,
from the
because of
record.
that mentality, I'm gonna keep the belts on my pants for now. Okay, so let me. Just remember, you're still playing too fast. The first couple of moves are pivotal. Once I give all the pieces up, 10-15 seconds just to orient yourself, open up the position, and not blunder anything is crucial. Okay, I challenged you. E4. Knight f3. Take the queen. d4. Take the rook. Bishop back to c1. Knight back to f3. Take the rook. Start playing. He better win this one. Now, I can sense that he's not happy, and I like it. I love it, actually. I actually love it. No. Okay, I don't want to trade, but I have to. Okay, so basically, my strategy is to keep as many pieces on the board as possible. My strategy is to keep as many pieces on the board as possible. Oh, he's mad. Charlie is mad. He wants to win, and I love it. Busting the position open with c4 would have been good here, but he's actually playing much better here. This is the Russian way of teaching. I'm going to put him under the freaking ringer until he starts winning, okay? And he's just got to learn this. The time management and the confidence, that just has to get better, and the instinct has to get better. And I've never done this exercise before. There we go. Queen f3, that's freaking right. Bishop g6 is the third. When he's pissed, we all saw how he played on the POC champs amazingly. When he's pissed, he can play like a 13-1400 easily. Easily. Now would have been a good time to sack the bishop and bust the position open. That's another thing that I'm not sad at. I feel like he doesn't have a great grasp right now on sacrifices. When does he sacrifice and when not to sacrifice? We will work on that as well. I'm not tilting him. I mean, he has a chance to win and feel good about himself. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. This is what I'm talking about. Knight b5 is a great move. And good time management so far. Now, let's not ruin... Okay, take the... I don't know why rook e2... Why doesn't he take the pawn? Okay, this is where he starts panicking. He sees, like, 2 pawns, and he's like, oh my god, like... Let's see if he can avoid the panic. He can even double on the e-file and just take everything on e5. Let's see if he sacrifices. Just sack everything on... Yeah! That's freaking right. Okay. Okay. This is called chess. Now, checkmate me. Let's see. Rook e8. Okay, rook e7 is good enough. There's nothing I can do here. Take the pawn and finish the game with checkmate. Rook g7. Is this freaking Kasparov or something? Watch him ruin this. He's taking too long. Mate me on d5 already. Uh-huh. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Fuck. That's what I'm talking about. That was actually... That was great, okay? And the time management was perfect. Can I make, like, I don't want to, like, split hairs, but I have 2 constructive comments here about what went right and, like, and I would, you know, the only thing that I wasn't as happy, there was, like, 1 or 2 moments, but I think they'll be instructive. So let me invite you to a board. But I feel like when you get, like, mad, you can play, like, a 13-1400, like, easy. What is a good way to, like, always make you mad? Like, every game.
That's my secret. I'm never mad. This wasn't me playing mad. This was me being embarrassed.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there was that freaking fight right there. Okay, so I'm inviting you. Now, it's funny, like, people who don't know what I'm doing right now, I feel like my family members might get concerned if they're watching me on chess.com. They're like, what did Daniel ingest today? He's like blundering pieces every game. Just occurred to me that I might need to do some explaining. So, okay. Now, what did you do well here? You weren't afraid of pawns. You gave up pawns strategically to simplify. Okay, great development. One comment here. I would use the pawns to just bust the position open. Make everything explode. How can you do that? Use one of your pawns as to trade and open up the center.
C4.
Yeah, so C4, then Queen A4, and just, it's over. That's one thing to consider. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Another instance where you could sacrifice a piece in order to bust open the position, basically win immediately. Try to find this move. And relatively speaking, because you're up so much, you can absolutely afford to, you know, to do this.
So I think the move is the one that I had in mind. Before you move king there, I was just going to take this pawn. If you played something else, take on g6. You couldn't take back, and then just go in like
Yes,
that.
exactly. So you would do that anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's still doing that is still good.
Yeah, and then I take the bishop. I don't know if you've made the... Okay, it doesn't show.
Yeah.
So I take... And now? What do
And
we
then,
gain?
yeah, so then after that, I'm looking to,
What has changed as a result of the last one? What is hanging now?
yeah, now I have a pawn hanging, so I'm coming in with the
And
rook, right?
it's over. Over immediate. Look at your pieces at close quarters. The king. Even sexier would actually be, and I just actually saw this. You can do the other order. Take on e6 with the rook, then take on g6 with the bishop. What are you threatening?
Checkmate at
no- yeah.
f7.
Yeah, exactly. So that would have been even faster, but this was all good. You could have taken the pawn back, by the way.
Yeah, I'd seen that. I said that on
Not that
stream,
it matters.
too.
And I was like muted on my stream saying, is he going to see the fact that he can just take everything on e4, bust down the e file, and you fucking did. I mean, this is great. Okay, this move is redemption. And the last thing is that you take a little bit too long, actually, just you screwing around a little bit too much here. So here, for example, just start giving checks and it's going to be mate. Okay, find the fastest mate here. Use all of your pieces and just finish the game off.
Okay, so it's bringing the rook down first at c8, right?
But here's the thing: the rook is cutting off the king. The rook is very valuable in the 7th rank because it's keeping the king on a square where it can essentially be easily dealt with. Now, first thing you can do is pin this knight and win it and checkmate. Find
Okay,
that
so
method.
so going to d5 with queen
Yes.
first, then.
Or you could give a
Okay.
check, and in this position, I want you to find the mate in 2 moves.
It's bringing rook over first, deliver
Yes.
that check, yeah, and then take.
So, in the same vein, check on d5 here. So when you have a rook on the 7th that's cutting off the king on the 8th, you rarely want to allow the king access to the 7th rank, which is, I mean, bishop e7 was fine. I should have moved my knight out. I felt like you were dragging this on a little bit. So you can be more confident when you're like, literally have the king alone and you have a million pieces like that.
Okay, that makes
Let's up
sense.
the ante a little bit, where I'm going to challenge you to a 90-second game, and we're going to make the initial moves in about 10 seconds.
Okay.
And ultimately, you should be able to win this, I would say, in 45 seconds or so. But, that's still a little bit in the future. Okay, custom, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, unrated challenged. Okay, knight f6. Oh, shit, no, sorry. Oh, I gave you odds. Now I have more time than you have. Let me abort. What? How is that impossible? You see that you had a minute and I had... Oh, wait. 1 minute? How is this possible? Time. Okay, let me try 0 minutes and 90 seconds. Okay. Try again. The hell is that? Okay, perfect. E4. Knight f3. Take queen. Knight f3.
Oh, Jesus.
Take the rook. Sorry, I don't mean to be that intense.
It's-
Bishop,
it's all
bishop,
good.
d4. D4. Bishop f1, back to its initial square. Take my rook. Start playing.
Okay.
This is obviously going to be a challenge, but we'll see how he handles it. And yep, perfect. That's freaking right. Bust it open, quickly checkmate me. Don't give me even a chance. Just develop pieces. Right. I mean, this is fine. This is fine. He's giving up a pawn. C4 is good here. Just chasing the knight away. C4 is good here. Castling, totally fine to develop. Now, the challenge for him, I think, is going to be like actually delivering the final blows. Rook e1, X-raying. I'm going to try to keep as many pieces on the board as possible. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's something new. I don't know if it's going to be effective. I make mistakes too in my instruction, but I think that it's really just going to help him see that he can find moves when he's really locked in. Okay, trading, knight e5. Activate, knight c3 to d5 is also good. Yeah, knight d5 is good here. Just put the knight on an outpost, trade it, and when this is perfectly fine as well. Hey, Proffer. Yeah, so I'm going to try to develop more of these exercises for him. just to make him a little bit more fluent at applying concept. I think he knows a lot of concepts, but he sometimes struggles to figure out how to... Okay, 95. The fact that he thought for like 10 seconds here, I don't like. Queen e8. Check. Go. Take the pawn. Mate me. Stop thinking this. Just go. Take the pawn. That's good enough. I'm going to try to scare him. Knight g5 is basically made in a couple moves here. He's taking too long, but finding the move. Take f7. Take f7. Taking too long. He's just taking too long. He's not going to make it now. I mean, this is just... He has made in 2, but he's not going to see it.
I just had no time, fuck.
So
Damn.
Same problem here. You came very close. You had mate in a couple. The moment where you took too long, and again, we don't need an analysis board here, is move 24, okay? And I noticed this. You have 21 seconds. Just move, like take the pawn on f7. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're spending way too long trying to find the exact mating sequence. And what I want to make very clear to you is that if you just activate your pieces and put them on good squares and check me, it's going to end up being mate. You have enough instinct where you don't actually need to see the exact mate. But you cannot, you spent 10 seconds on move 25 from 16 to 10, from 6. That you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's the key. You want to try 90 seconds again?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you can do this, but the key is you can take your time at the start, but at some point when you've busted things open, follow your instinct is the key. Okay. Oh, shoot, sorry. Okay, so knight f6. Take the queen. Back to f6. d6. Take the rook. Bishop e6. Take the rook and start. Okay. Gonna keep this going here. Bishop c4. He's already... What a great start. Great start. Blundered the bishop. Okay. And this is not going to end well. This is not going to go well. It's okay. This is just the first time we're doing this exercise. Now, he can take on f7 and win easily. Now, this is actually a very good move here. Taking is actually a great choice. Now, the reality is I'm not actually... Maybe I bishop e6. The reverse Merman. Thanks for the... Oof, he wants to get checkmated, doesn't he? Crap, I missed this one, actually. Now, let's go back to g5. The belt is here. Yep, queen g4 I really like. Have to defend this pawn somehow. Thanks, Reverse Merman. Thank you so much for the sub. The hype is strong today, guys. I really appreciate support. Let's get this to 2,500. Amazing. Okay, so knight c6. Yeah, he narrowly avoided disaster. Now I would just sack the queen for e6, honestly. I would just sack it. And he's okay, he sacks it this way, but probably missed it. Okay, now that's not good. Now he gives the knight up. He loses his cool in these positions somehow. He just doesn't retain his calm when one thing goes wrong. h6 probably. Okay, I'm telling you, I can just sense it. He drops loses his calm completely, and we need to work on that. He needs to improve. Thank you, Cranked, for the sub. Now I'm actually objectively better. Whoa! Lodges, tier 3. How many pieces is he gonna blunder? Lodges with tier 3 sub. Holy smokes. Yep. Can you guys explain something to me? How did I end up with 2 extra pieces when I start down a rook? Okay, he's tilted. I think we made a mistake. I think you gave me piece odds.
Yeah, no. I thought that's what you said we were doing.
Right. So
was that not what we were doing for this one?
Well, no, it was. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
Because I wouldn't be able to.
I'm very impressed you were able to overcome that.
So, let me make one thing very clear. You're not going to have long-term success in this exercise until you realize that you have to spend at least 10 seconds on the first 2-3 moves. Okay, you played the move bishop c4, move 8. Immediately, you blunder the bishop, and that's how everything started. Where should you put the bishop?
Just bring it back.
To
all the
e6.
way back. Yeah.
If you want, bring the bishop to c8, bring the knight to g8, start from scratch. But when you blunder that piece, the other thing is, and guess what? You played the move e5, move 9, again, 2 seconds. Blunder, knight g5. Okay, and then you actually played very well, but after bishop e6, move 51, did you sack the queen, or did you blunder it?
Blundered it, 100%.
So, if you wanted to sack the queen and eliminate as many of my pieces as possible while you were at it, which move could you make here?
Just take the bishop.
Take the bishop. I only have 2 pieces left. Go ahead and do it. So, always keep that in your mind. The other thing is, I mean, then you kind of started just blundering everything. At that point, it was already not so clear. But
yeah.
You have got to spend some time, as counterintuitive as it may appear. The first 5 moves are pivotal. If you get through them, you win 99% of the time. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, because I don't accept that as a game.
That makes sense.
So
I could see why.
It's better be good. Oh, sorry. Abort. Let's try it. Let's do it again. My bad. I muted myself by accident.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. E4. D4. D4. Knight F3. Take the queen. Back to F3. Take the rook. Back to C1. Take the rook. Play. When I played G6, I was actually thinking he's going to sack my queen. Okay. Let's see something good here. This is unacceptable game. That's right. Now he's going to win this game, mark my words. And I'm not going to try to lose. I'm going to play. You guys see that I actually try really hard to make it difficult for him. I'm not trying to do this to make him look good, because what are we doing this for in the end of the day? Now, I said 10 seconds. I didn't say 30 seconds. I didn't say 20 seconds. I said take 10 seconds at the start, not 5 hours. But let's see how this works out for him. Well, the question at the end of the day that a lot of people actually say no to is, do you want to feel good about yourself, or do you want to get better at chess? Because the two are not mutually exclusive, but you cannot prioritize the first and truly embrace the second. So that is the question that you have to ask of yourself if you're serious about improvement. Whoa! I'm Eating Nachos is serious about gifting subs, as he gifts 5 of them to the community. Thank you, I'm Eating Nachos. Thank you, thank you. Now, Knight C3, bust it open, Charlie. Bust it open. Taking too long. He's taking too long. And now I told him 10 seconds. I didn't tell him 50. Okay. But he actually still might win. He's in good shape. D5, D5. Do it. See it. C D5. Okay, decent. Freaking long. I mean, when is he going to realize that there is a sweet spot? And as soon as he realizes that, he's going to win. He still might checkmate me. I'm going to try to escape through G7. Yeah, it's over. Okay.
That time I played too slow.
That time you played too slow, but I want you to notice how much better you played and how close you came to the mate. So where did you spend too much time? So let me see. You spent 13 seconds on move 11. The sweet spot is to spend 5 seconds or so. And I said on the first 5 moves, once the first 5 moves are made and you're out and good, you can start playing a little bit faster. The other thing is you are still being too reluctant about busting things open. Just crash everything open. Go to move number 20 after you took on d6. Go to move 20. You see rook on e1, it's pinning the pawn on e6. How
Yeah.
can you bust the position open?
Oh, there we go.
And
So I
it
played
uses a
queen
pin.
d3.
You
So
played
instead-
queen d3. And this
Okay.
move basically wins the game immediately because it is just, I mean, black is fucked after that.
I just push up the pawn d5.
Bingo. And if I take with the bishop?
I just take.
Exactly. So you played much better that time, but, you know, too much time. You have to constantly be looking at your clock. If you're down to like 20 seconds, that means you need to just start playing really quickly. Okay?
Yeah.
You down to take another beating?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Okay, let's go. Because this is, trust me, you're going to be bruised and pissed, but you're going to come out of this stronger. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to tell you the moves. Knight f6. Take queen. Back to f6. d6. Take the rook. Bishop e6. If you play bishop c4 in the starting position, you just don't try. Start.
All right.
I'm going to take the scissors out if that happens. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but whiplash is too much. I mean, not quite my tempo. But I'm not trying to be like Terrence Fletcher or something. I try to be at least somewhat encouraging, and at the same time, I think there's actual Russian coaches are like literally abusive. This is actually really good. So the key is to find this balance where you're like harsh and you say the truth, but you're also like you celebrate their accomplishments at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna try to intimidate him. Fake intimidation. But I appreciate your guys' kind words. So queen d7 is good here. Just get the bishop out. Just get your pieces out. Like starting to overthink it. You can just see it on his face. You can see it in time. He's starting to find some sort of thing that's not there rather than just getting his pieces out. 20 seconds on the move. He's spending 20 seconds on the goddamn move. He should have done this in 2 seconds. Okay, and now I'm gonna just throw a couple of intimidation tactics at him, and he's just gonna spend another 30 seconds and lose on time. Yeah, I don't care. We're gonna do this until he starts winning. I do have an elo goal. I think that. Okay, I mean, look at this. Now, those of you who are like Charlie is stuck. Remember that PogChamps 1 was like 3 months ago, and the guy had never touched the chessboard before then. So, you know, I don't think we're in a rush. I think that he can be around 12, 1300 within the next couple of months. I think that's the realistic goal for him. Start pre-moving. Start pre-moving. Knight a5, knight c4. But at this point, realistically, you should already start pre-moving. At this point, you should realistically start pre-moving. We're facing the demon in the eyes. We're performing an exorcism right now. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's not supposed to be pretty. We're performing an exorcism right now. It's not supposed to be pretty. But we'll get this demon out. So, where did you spend... I want you to go through the game and tell me which move you spent too long. What was the move that killed you? Because you started
13.
perfectly.
It was move 13.
23 seconds
Yeah.
on a development move, okay?
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
Well, I was just looking at a way of winning a piece. I noticed knight, bishop on the same diagonal. I was just looking for a way to exchange.
So you didn't have enough already. You did queen and 2 rooks, but no, you need
Yeah.
you goddamn need that piece, or you're, you know, it's a necessity for life. So another good thing there would have been to prepare castles. So queen d7 and then castle long would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you could do is just play h6 and get rid of that knight. But the move bishop h6, move 14. There, of course, it gives up the bishop, but I would play bishop g7 there, fianchetto the bishop. So simpler development.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Simpler development. Okay, let's go. e4. Knight f3. Take queen. Back to f3. Take the rook. I like how you have these down already. Back to f1.
Yeah.
D3. Take rook. Start. Yeah, we have like perfected. We have perfected this. Okay. He's gonna. I can feel it too. He's gonna. He's got it. He's got it. Whoops. Oh, I mouse slipped. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to play knight f6. But okay, this is fine. We're gonna drop our bishop back here to stop it. Now bishop b5 here. Let's see it. Taking his time. Good. Good. I mean, this exercise is going to build his speed, his confidence. It's going to show him eventually that he's got the instincts to take him to 12, 1300, but he's not combining them in the right way. So hopefully this will help. Okay. Now, again, I've never done this particular exercise. I've never worked as extensively with someone of Charlie's rating, so this is a learning experience for me as well. I am also hopefully going to become better at what I do, and this is a lot of fun for me to see how the various things we do impact his play. He does need to play bullet and blitz, I agree, yeah. He will need to play some more 3-minute chess. 95. Oh, what is it? Why? How do you blunder like that? A perfect play move for 16 moves. Now he's going to panic and start throwing me everything. He's going to take on h5 or something. Okay, there comes the 15 move. There comes the 15-second think. Here comes the 15-second think. There we go. And he's going to think for 20 seconds and lose on time again. f4 is a perfectly good move. Now, move your queen. This move should take 1 second. Queen is hanging with the queen. e5. Let's see if he finds e5. Bust it open, just like we talked about. Okay, fine. Bishop g5 is good. Takes d7. Yeah, I am close to getting. That's over. I can do whatever the hell I want. I can invite a zebra into my apartment and he'll lose on time. Because he's not pre-moving. He's taking 1 second per move here. Now he's playing perfectly. He's getting closer and closer. He's almost there. There's always just that one move where he thinks for 30 seconds. Okay. We're going to add a wrinkle to this exercise.
Right.
If you think for 15 seconds or longer on any one move, 1 second, let me see. Yes, I will go back on the call and force you to resign that game.
Okay.
So believe it or not, you're actually getting better and better. Okay. And the reason that we're doing this in the first place and why I believe that you're going to start winning, and once you win that first game, you're not going to lose again.
Whoa, I did win one. We've won.
You did. But I mean, you're going to win consistently. You're going to start winning consistently. And first of all, you had that same move 20, go to move 20. You missed another chance to just bust things open. How do you do that? Again, using the pin.
I just take the knight, right?
Even use the pin to open the center. You've basically the same thing as you could have done a couple of games ago.
I just push the pawn up to e5 then?
e5. And do you see? I want you to make the moves on your board. We don't need an analysis board. There's just one very quick thing. Takes, right? Bishop e5. Then you put a rook on e1, a knight on d5, and mate. You know, it's just mate. So the thing that is exacerbating your chances is that you're trying to kind of go around my pieces rather than just blasting things open. You could have also put a knight on d5 earlier. So turn the aggression dial a little bit. You don't even need to sacrifice anything, but you need to look for more opportunities to open up the center. The other thing is, as soon as you spend 15 seconds or longer on a move, the game is over. Ready?
Ready.
Let's see some brilliance. Knight f6. Take queen. Back to f6. e6.
Oh, shit.
That's fine. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Take the rook. Back to f8. Take the rook. This is actually kind of funny. Okay. Go. I tried to play a trick on him by saying go to encourage him to play quickly, but I like that he took some time. Bishop c5. There. That's right. This is it. Now he's going to play too fast, and he's going to blunder all of his pieces. Watch it. Or maybe he'll actually do it right this time. Yes, you'll have to email me. I am, as I've said, teaching-wise, I am really booked up right now. So I don't have very much availability, but you can still email me, and I will institute a waiting list. And, you know, so I'm still figuring all of this out, guys. It's been 7 months since I've started teaching full-time. So, you know, I'm still a rookie at a lot of the logistical aspects of it. But, you know, this is great. So let's go. E4. He can even play e4 and open up the d file. I don't have any pieces left. Bishop g4. We're going to make this harder the next game because I'm going to take up the center, and we're going to see how he does it then. Okay. Good. I'm going to try to avoid trades. Bishop e6 here is good. It's like every move should accomplish one of three things. It should either involve a piece into the game, trade a piece, or bust open the center. Loafs, really, I was under the impression that I went through all of my emails and responded to everyone, but I will check that again. You might have to email me twice. Again, if you saw my inbox, I think you would be maybe a little bit more sympathetic toward me missing an email here and there. I don't have a secretary. So if you've emailed me and not received a response, please just email me again, or just keep emailing me until I do respond. I don't get offended at that. Move. Still, he's still too slow. I mean, I'm going to break something right now. Move your bishop. Okay, where did he spend too long? I mean, look at this. This is shit. Take the knight. Take the pawn. Take the bishop. Okay.
I didn't take 15 seconds though.
Not quite my tempo. So, 2 moments. Perfect opening. 13 seconds on move 14, bishop g4. Why, again, you're developing a bishop. You have done this hundreds of times. In addition to bishop g4, you could play bishop e6, trading bishops, okay? When you've already gotten rid of one piece, you can start trading, and then that makes it easier. But
the trade's not forced there though, right? Because you still have b5.
But then you chase the bishop with a6, and I have to either take your knight or get my bishop back.
Gotcha.
What do you think it is? And I'm not trying to, I'm truly trying to get to the bottom of this. Do you feel like you're trying to find the perfect move and comparing moves, or are you drawing a bit of a blank and trying to figure out how to put your pieces?
No, I'm always looking at multiple moves, and I think that's the problem.
So my challenge to you is the first move that you come up with, after you check that it's not a blunder, you play it. Okay?
I'll try that.
That doesn't mean you play instantly, and it doesn't mean you make random moves. You can still think of a general plan, but you follow your instincts virtually on every move.
Okay.
Let's go. E4. Knight f3. Take queen, back to f3. Take the rook. And you're probably the world's leading expert at making these moves fast. Bishop e2. d3. Take the rook. Begin. All right. He's getting there, trust me. He is going to get there, and then he will reap the rewards of this for the entirety of his chess career. First move that comes to mind. What was his time situation when he started? If he thinks for 15 seconds, the game is over. Did anybody see how much time he had? That's it? Okay, resign.
That was 15 seconds?
Why don't you resign, and then we'll see. I think that was more like 20.
What?
That was, let's see. If I'm wrong, the belt can come out. That was 25. That was right on the dot 17 seconds before when I told you to resign.
No fucking way.
Look, 122, and the moment you resign was 57.
I don't see that. Where do you see that?
So when you just played through the game on your stream, you see there's the timestamps. Look, 122, 57. So I told you to
wow.
resign at around the 1 minute and 3 second mark. I gave you even some extra time. Why
Holy
didn't you take
fuck.
the pawn? As soon as I offer a trade, you take the pawn, you develop the knight. What were you thinking about?
Well, again, I didn't know if it'd be better to develop the knight first and take with knight and hold that, or just take the pawn and make that.
It's like every game is like you're skydiving, you have the parachute, you know it's working, and you just don't jump. The moment you jump, you will experience bliss of you will experience unthinkable bliss when you realize how good your instincts actually are.
God, that felt like literally maybe 6 seconds.
Yeah. Also, holy shit, $100 from SG for abusing this for I appreciate it, man.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
1 second. My mouse is malfunctioning. Just give me a sec. I'm challenging you. Something is wrong with my computer. What the hell? 1 second. Sorry. Some. I cannot see my cursor. Thank you so much, man. Well, I'll thank you after I beat the shit out of this guy. Oh. Okay. Sorry, my computer is hardcore glitching right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. Challenging you. We're good. Okay, let's go knight f6. Take queen. E6. Pawn e6. Back to f6 with a knight. Take rook. Bishop d6. Take rook. Back to d6. Start the game after my next move. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, yeah, I'll correct it. All right. So let me thank you properly. I got $100 from SG12589. Love the content. Thanks for all the work you've been. Hope to have a lesson with you one day. Thank you so much, my man. A Benjamin thrown my way from SG. I really appreciate the support. You're the man. You're the man. I appreciate it. Can you guys still see everything? Did anything get misaligned? I feel like something got misaligned. Yeah, some stuff got misaligned, guys. I'll just have to fix it later. Okay. A6, move. Move your ass. This is good. This is a very promising beginning. And I'm going to try to prevent him from going d5. Queen a5 check. See the queen. Get it out. Knight b4 is good. Queen b6. Get the pieces out of the... Bring stuff out. Okay, did anybody... Okay, great. And he's actually, the great thing is his instincts are literally, he's making the moves that I would make. Knight to d4. Yeah, that's freaking right. You take that pawn. And you finish this. b5, d5, it doesn't matter. Knight d4. Okay, check. Don't give me this check. Knight d4. Bring the knight back. Bring the pawn back. Bring it into the game. Knight b4 is fine. Okay, I'm going to try to hunker down here and defend. Sack busted. Open b5. Bring the pieces in. Okay, I have to go forward. Knight c2, trade the knights. Trade the knight. Queen c1. Oh, knight e4. Knight e4, see it. See the pin. See, knight takes c4. Please see it. See it, see it, see it. How many times do we need to go over the concept of a pin and an immobile pawn? See it. Goodness, made in 2.
Yeah, that was just the issue.
So go to move. Perfect play for 20 moves. For more than 20 moves. Move 23. And you spent... So move 23, 2 things. First of all, find that you have checkmate in 2 moves from that position. And your Achilles heel tactically right now has switched from forks to pins. I feel like you're just not looking at the pins in a position. You have to look at them. Move 23, find it. But that's not actually what I'm saying. Understand what the pins are. This is a move that exploits a pin.
I see. So I wasn't even looking at the left side of the board. So the pin is obviously the D3,
Yes.
and I only looked at what I could do at C4. It's taking here at E4.
Right. And then the king, so make the move on your board on your stream. King moves back to the first rank, and now you have checkmate on the next move, which is what?
Did you make the move?
I did. It's not an analysis board, so like I'm just telling you what moves to make. So move the king back to either D1 or C1, and then find the mate, and tell me what it is.
It doesn't matter which one.
Doesn't matter which one. It's the same mate.
Yeah, so let's just bring it all the way back to A1.
Bingo. And so, but that's, I don't care about that. 14 seconds from 25 to 11. If you don't know what to do, there should be like a decision tree, like a checklist, right? You don't know what to do, bring pieces in. The move B5 that you made is a good move. But that should happen within 3 seconds. Shit, I don't know what to do. I don't have enough pieces in the attack. Bring more pieces in. How? B5, get the bishop out. Sacrifice, I don't care. You see? Now, the improvement is the first 15 moves were literally just like perfect. E5, you went knight B4, brought the queen in, gave a check, took the pawn. Your instincts were perfect. It's literally the long things that are getting to you and trying to find that perfect move when you're on the cusp of checkmating. But if you solve that, you're going to win this game.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, E4. Knight F3. Take queen. Back to F3. Knight C3. Or, yeah, take the rook. Sorry, I didn't. Bishop F1. D3. Take rook. Begin after my next move. Okay. This is where men are made. This is where this is where it's made. This is simply where it's made. Here we go. Okay, what is going on with the... Okay, whatever. I'll have to align this thing later, guys. Something glitched out on my computer. You have to take... Okay, let's go B6. D4. Go. Bust it open. D4. Let's go. D4. That's what we like to see. This is what we like to see. Bishop B5. He's already winning. Take the knight, take the pawn, bishop G5, end it. Let's go. Now, will he see queen D7 with mate? Take the knight, it's fine. You can just take the knight here. It's totally chill. Knight C6. Castles, just don't give me this check now. I've prevented it. Don't look for beauty. F3, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Just mate me. Too long? He's spending too long. Take the knight. Mate me already. Take the knight. Move the knight. Doesn't matter. I can't do anything. So take the knight. Bishop queen D5. Okay, G4 is fine, but I'm not liking where this is going. I celebrated prematurely. Move! Knight E5, back to E5, move, get your pieces out. How many times do I have to tell him to get his pieces out when he doesn't know what to do? And it's just like, okay. Now this is basically mate, will he checkmate me? It doesn't matter where you move it, 5 seconds too long. Check, castle, mate me, castle. Get your pieces in, bingo. It's mate in a couple moves. Get your knight into the game, mate me. Knight E5 takes F7. Cut me off. He's not going to make it. This is the closest. I didn't even know it was possible to get this close. So... your problem is very specific. You're on the cusp of delivering checkmate, and the same shit starts to happen. So, 6 seconds.
It's panic. That
It's the
time
panic, and where does it come from? Because you don't get the pieces into the attack. You try to mate with, like, you're cutting your own nuts. It's like, okay, so go to move 26. No, actually, go to move. So first of all of this you should have done faster. 23, move 23, moving the knight should have been 1 second. What you can do on move 23, okay? Queen to d4. Then rook to f1, and the other rook to d1. Bring all of your pieces in, and the checkmate is going to become a lot easier, and you're not going to have to spend time to find it.
Okay.
That is the only modification you have to make. You're trying to find, like, the checkmate rather than just blasting everything open. Another thing you could have done, move 29. 29, knight e5, and knight takes f7. If you take that pawn, you know, the king is just alone.
Right.
Okay? Now, you're there. Now it's time to deliver when you're actually mating. Other than that, keep everything you did there. Knight f6. Take queen. Back to f6. d6. Take the rook. Bishop e6. Take the rook. Oh, sorry. Bishop e6. Bishop e6.
Oh, shit.
You play bishop e6. It's okay. It's okay.
I just went d7
If you
like
want
a fucking
those extra
idiot.
5 seconds, then move. Bishop e6. Okay, you're making it tougher on yourself. Take the rook.
Yeah.
And after my next move, go. Okay, sorry, let me just mute myself. Okay, so oh, God. Sorry for the misalignment, guys. I don't know what's wrong. Okay. At least he had time to reflect on everything. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it this way for now. Now, I don't care about my time. Develop your pieces. Stop thinking. We're going to do this until freaking 2025, until he realizes this one. I mean, there's just like 2 things he needs to realize. I'm gonna take the bishop. I have nothing else to do. He's in the gulag right now. He's in the Russian freaking gulag with the work camps, and he's toiling away, and he's gonna come out stronger. He's in the gulags. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to get low on time myself to try to tilt him a little bit. Okay, something is wrong. The sound. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Move. Move your ass. Bishop h6. Move, move, move. Please move. Castle. Good. Good. But queen e1. Infiltrate and move. Again, this is exactly where he spends too long. Look at the time. Look at his clock. God damn it. b6. What is this feeble little b6? I mean, just get to it. Queen e1. Oh, shit. He cannot passant me. Oh, my God. He actually saw it. Get the king and get the rook in. Get the pieces in. Shit!
Well, I made the move. It just wasn't fast enough.
Rook c3. It's made in 2 there, yeah?
Yeah.
So, and this could have all been avoided with, there was really literally only 1 move you spent too long on. 10 seconds on move 21, and b6, instead of queen e1, move 21, queen to e1, ends the game immediately. Infiltrate.
Wait, move 21, queen to e1.
21, queen to e1.
Yeah. Jesus, okay.
It's good. This is improvement. We're going to go for 10 more minutes or so on this exercise. Then, unfortunately, I have to go. But
No worries.
hold out for 10 more minutes, and I want to see the goddamn first win and the second win in that time. Let's go.
Okay. It's
D4.
easy.
Knight F3. Take the queen. Back to F3. Bishop E2.
What? Oh.
Just, yeah, sorry, I'm myself going crazy. Take the rook. Bishop back to its initial square, F1. How do I give this rook? Knight G5.
Where are we
Knight
at?
G5, Knight G5.
Okay.
Take the rook, and then go back to G5 and back to F3 in one move. Okay, D6 back to G5.
Okay.
Back to F3. Knight C3, and then start. Okay. Just to give you that development move. Okay.
That was big.
That was, yeah. Okay, here we go. Bishop B5, D4. So this is, we've already had this type of position before. Now he's spinning, okay, D4 is good. Whew. Well, the reality is, I mean, we have already seen the improvement. Compare this to the first games that he played where he was losing on time on like move 5. He's basically winning in every game. But Bishop C4, oh, that's actually a really nice idea. That's a really nice idea. Queen D2 to defend the knight. Bishop D4 is good here. Bishop D4. Too long. Okay, fine. This is fine. This is actually a good move. Well, I have to try to take some material back. Now I can't avoid the trade of bishops. Yeah, I'm busted if he just plays 5 moves correctly. Why is he thinking about taking the bishop? Good. This will definitely be on YouTube. E5. E5. Make a move. Again, he misses a chance to open up this. Open up the position. There we go. Bingo. Take it. E6. Just. It's like this leap of faith that he refuses to make, and until he makes it, it's just going to be hard for him. E6. Okay, so if he doesn't mate me here, I'm going to like. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Okay, Charlie, get your queen in. What is he thinking about? He's going to lose on time. 3 seconds on this move. I mean, are you kidding me? He's got to pre-move this. Pre-move. I have a simple question for you.
Yeah.
When you have 6 seconds, sorry, you have 7.0 seconds, and then you have 3.4 seconds on the next move.
Yeah.
You can't allow that to happen. Again, another perfect game, and again, the same shit happened where you get to move 27 with 17 seconds left. You spend 5 seconds on the move rook e1 instead of involving the queen that's on a1, bringing it to d4 and then to g4 and delivering the checkmate.
Yeah, that would have been a lot faster. Yeah.
Until you realize that you can give away as many pawns as you want, and you need to bring all the pieces in, it's going to be a struggle trying to finish the game off. And you're still in your mind, you're clinging to, I feel like you're clinging to like this notion that you need to find like the method rather than just throwing all the pieces into the attack.
Right.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, so let's do knight f6. Take queen. D6. Okay,
so I literally just pre-moved.
It's all good. D6 on the next move. Take the rook. Bishop e6. Take the rook and start on the next move. Okay. Good. D5 is good. I'm going to take this then. Okay. Whew. This is exhausting, but it's... we're going to do this again, of course. E6. He's going to get to freaking 15, 1600. There's no doubt in my mind that the prerequisite to him getting to heights unseen for someone who has not played chess until his age and is a very successful individual and streamer, like, is he's gotta, as long as he continues to train and he continues to play and he's interested, there's no reason he's not going to end up being 1600 eventually. There's just no reason he's not. I will be happy to continue providing instruction to him for years. I'm enjoying this, but the key is, like, he's just got to keep getting interested. And you know, if you're from his chat and you're in his chat, you know, you encourage him and be kind, and the fact that he's willing to undergo this speaks a lot about a person and his fortitude. So I believe I will be there for him to, in as much as I can, to help him improve, as long as he is willing to continue. And I'm busted. And this is going to be the first win. I feel it. Okay, he sacks the rook, which actually is a good idea. This is actually a great idea. Now this is mate. Just take the bishop, knight g3. Queen, yep. Okay. The thing that a lot of people don't realize is, like, it's not easy to fail, even though this isn't failing, this is learning. But yeah, it's great. It's great. I think this is going to be a very helpful exercise. Again, he's taking too long, and he's going to win. Okay, let's just go g3. Oh my god, it's mate. Okay, queen b1, see it.
Did you take on purpose? Like,
what?
Did you take to make sure I saw the checkmate, or did you not see that?
Did I take? Well, I had no alternative. It's mate either way. King e1, queen b1 is also mate.
I did not know that.
So, no, at that point, I mean, g3 was dumb, but this is a huge moment. Okay, now it wasn't perfect. And the one criticism I have, Bulldog, thanks for the gift, is after knight takes d5, move 20, you got a little bit too excited. Recapture that damn knight. Don't give up too much stuff, and then you can take the pawn. So it's like two dials that you turn, right? And one is like, how much do you sacrifice to bust open the position? And you got to adjust that dial just right. The other is like, you know, well, yeah, that's basically the one thing that you have to adjust just right. Okay?
Okay, which move again? Sorry.
Move 20. Knight takes d5.
Okay, so just take it back instead.
Take it back. Take the knight back.
Okay.
So, you down for one last one?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it. And I better see consecutive wins. Good job. This was very well played, and we'll draw some conclusions afterward.
Sounds good.
Oh shit. E4, 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 E4. Fuck. Sorry. Oh, I muted myself. Okay. Now. Okay. Knight f3. Take the queen. I mean, this is like turbo. Knight back to f3.
Yeah.
Take the rook. Back to initial f1. Knight g5.
Jesus.
Capture rook, and then you're going to go knight back to g5 and back to f3. You can pre-move that. Back to g5. Back to f3. And after my next move, begin. Okay. Last game, guys. Then I'm going to head out. I could be back at 2 for a continuation. I'm going to ask if he's still streaming at 2:15. I could be back. But you know, 2:20 or so. We'll see. There's so much more we have to do, though. There's literally, like, we have to learn openings. We need to do positional stuff. We have a lot of work to do for him to cross to the next level, realistically, to 1200. But we'll get it done. Knight d5, move, 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 move. Knight d5, bishop g5. Make a move. Take f6, knight d5. I mean, he's just crushing now. Take f6, take the knight. Yes. Yes. Take c7, see it, see it, see it, see it, see it, see it, see it. Okay, fine, knight f5. Doesn't see the pawn. Take h5, okay, I'm going to chase his queen around. Okay, good. I mean, I'm going to try to escape as much as possible. He's taking too long still, but it's gotten a lot better. Knight d5. Knight d5. Bishop b5. Bishop b5. Quickly, see it. Bishop b5. Develop quickly. 5 seconds is too long. Okay, I have to go back. I mean, okay, great. Look at the quality of his moves and look at how much it's improved. His time is not good, and we need to still work on that. Don't move the knight. Queen c8. Bust it open. f4, f4, f4. Move, 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 move. Yeah, it's over, but okay. One more. You got it perfectly. Again, there's always, I can pinpoint one move where you took too long and that lost you the game. And that move was, 1 second. It was move 25. 25, yeah, 18.
Yeah.
It does, you can even not move the knight and go queen c8. Okay? When you eliminate that one move, you're going to start winning every game. Okay, let's do one last one.
Okay.
This better be good. Let's go. Okay. Knight f6. Capture queen. Back to f6. d6. Take rook. Back to e6. Take the rook. Begin after my next move. All right, this better be a win. Okay, we're going to do this again. 200 bits. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Sorry, I didn't thank the amazing support that was coming my way. You guys are the best. Thanks, everybody who just gifted and subbed. Knight c6 developed, Charlie. Developed. No, I do have to go, and I actually have a lesson. My student is very graciously waiting, so... To me, my lessons are still, you know, crucially important for me to be able to hone these skills. Take the knight. So, you don't get one without the other, folks. You don't get one without the other. Move, move, move. Why? What is... If I could make a brain scan right now, this move should have been done in 1 second. Bingo. 2 pawns hanging. He's got to take this one. Knight c6. Move. Bishop c4. Let's go. This is what we call chess. Boom. Take the bishop. He's thinking about this rather than just a trade. I'm going to try to psych him out here. Don't give me a check on d1. Move the bishop back. And he did it in 2 seconds. Knight c6. Develop. When in doubt, develop. 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 Too much time, too long, but he's developing, he's bringing the pieces out. We just need to figure out, you know, we need to just clean that up a little bit. That's the move that might... C6? What? Get the knight out. Get queen, knight, pawn, checkmate, move. Queen g1, bust it open. Oh my goodness. Okay, he might have sacrificed it. He's at least getting his pieces out. Oh! Oh my god, he made it me.
There. I saw it at the end.
Oh god. Okay, I'll give you an A- for that because of 2 things. You quickly got your pieces into the game when sort of in doubt. What we need to work on. And the improvement has been huge if you compare this to your first couple of games. The thing that we're going to continue working on is, first of all, like the move c6, move 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that move. What is the purpose of the move? Instead of that, you should develop your knight to c6 and get your knight out.
I immediately regretted that. I think that was just a panic move because I knew I was taking a long time.
The others, yeah, 10 seconds on move 11, but basically after that, very, very good. Bishop c4 was excellent. And the only other criticism I had was, yeah, I mean, your time apportionment was good. C6, you took 6 seconds rather than just developing the knight. Other than that, the instincts vastly improved. The time management much better. With 2 minutes on the clock, it would be incredibly easy, and you'll see that. We'll start with that the next time. I'll give you 2 minutes, and you will see once this sinks in and you internalize it, you'll win effortlessly. So unfortunately, I do have to take off for now, Charlie, but I think it's a good time anyway for you to sort of process everything.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this was great, man. You were right. I think this was very instructive.
You know, I do appreciate that you were willing to go along with this, and this is not the last time that we will do this exercise.
Sounds good to me.
Because it's one of the top priorities right now for us, and we've got a lot of work to do for you to cross 1200. There's openings we need to look at and review. We need to work on your instincts a lot more, but overall, I'm really happy with the progress. And you might not see the results immediately, but you will during our next session. I give you my word. And there was great improvement, so I'm really happy with today's session. I think we did some good work.
Yeah, I think this was a good idea. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Well, are you going to continue streaming?
Yeah, I'm going to keep going for a little while.
I will, as a small reward, I will definitely give you the Ray. That's the least you deserve after such a battering. But yeah, that was great. You're gonna have nightmares about what we're gonna do the next time. So
good.
I'll
That's
leave
all
off
I
on
like
that
to hear.
note. Well, good work today. And hopefully we can do this again soon.
Good to me, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Thanks again for sticking out with it and continuing to do this. I admire that. So you're doing good.
It's always fun, man.
All right. Well, have a great rest of the stream. I'll send you some peeps your way as well.
Thanks, man. Have a great night.
Bye. Of course. See ya. All right. Well, that, folks, was the session with Charlie. I mean, it was a memorable session. Wow. What a session it was. I'm very happy with the way that turned out. I think he's going to be 1200 pretty soon. So very pumped at his progress.